Thank you very much. Thank you very much for inviting me in your program and in this interview, which give me the opportunity to really get in details where we are, who we are, definitely, and what we're gonna do and what our vision. As per your question, I've been visiting Uzbekistan for really quite long time. I remember my first visit was 2002, and now I can see the changes where it happens in the city, in the country in general, and specifically in city of Tashkent. I remember when you used to come, it was very limited access, very limited places to visit. But as Uzbekistan historically, it's rich of histories, as really a city of a lot of Islamic history wherever you go. But for a tourist, it's here where the changes happens, and really we believe that encourage everybody now and even in future. I believe the vision of the president is clear to everybody, where we can see in venues, there are a lot of places which been developed, a new city been developed, a lot of restaurants, a lot of modern restaurants, historical restaurants, where you can see a lot of shopping area, a lot of sports venues where if somebody want to enjoy sports, and definitely if you go to financial, we used to be, when we come, we need to change the currency. It was very difficult, either you go to bank or you go to the black market. Now, with the policy of the country and the president, for sure, we see it is open market. Wherever you go, there's no such a kind of things where you can change money outside. You can withdraw money from any ATM machine. You can use your credit card, where at that time it was very difficult to use a credit card. And definitely this will encourage a lot of tourist industry. As well as, when we go to sports sector, now the government are really developing and building a new sports city, which I believe Uzbekistan are already hosting international events, and they are ready to host much bigger events, where they're going to be in 2025. The Asian Youth Games will be hosted by the city of Tashkent. And I believe the vision is going further and further. We hope all the best for the country, as well as the vision of the president and the government.
Today, Kurash is becoming a favorite sport not only among the Uzbek nation, but also representatives of more than 100 countries around the world. And the number of athletes and Kurash competitions are increasing day by day. Also, the support of the government of Uzbekistan is also important. And can you provide some information about the work done in this regard?
Yes. Since the establishment of International Kurash Federation, we believe that developing the sport, it requires technical expertise, vision, and a lot of work, but that cannot be achieved without financial support. And this is when we had the presidential decree to support the International Kurash Federation, and financially, here where we started for the last 2 years to develop the sport of Kurash in the continental level and worldwide. And here, where I can see, and everybody can visualize that where we are now, what kind of program, what kind of development program, what kind of events already the IKA are doing worldwide in 4 continents, and we are looking forward for the 5th continent, Oceania. Now we have a lot of continental tournaments, which is very clear annually, and we have international events as World Championship in different level. We have the senior and we have the age group. A lot of technical support, which we are providing through the Ministry of Sport, as well as the National Kurash Federation, where a lot of national federation worldwide are benefiting from. We used during the pandemic a very unique program digitally, where we did not stop. When Kurash, the International Kurash Federation, utilized that pandemic as one of the program where we can develop the sport of Kurash worldwide digitally, through the internet. And I think a lot of countries benefited from this, and we are moving forward. Now, what we are doing with the support of the government of Uzbekistan, especially with the support of the presidential degree, now we are having what we call it a World Series. The World Series is part of the development program where we can introduce the sport program in the different level. What I mean different level, where we are introducing it in a special format where we can meet the same level as any other top international federation. We hope we can achieve that, and we believe this is the first step towards moving the whole Kurash in the next era, where we can meet other top international Olympic sport federations.
Okay. Kurash is included not only Asian Games but also the African Games. Let us know that it's being done in this regard.
Yes. Now Kurash, it is well developed in Asia because it is the original, it's a nation origin sport, but we are moving now to other continents. As you know that we have 4 continental federations, are very active now since we are really providing the financial support to them, and we have 4 continental championship. But that's not enough for us. We need to include it in the multi-sports events, and this is where we believe we involve the national Olympic committees in developing the sport in the national level in those countries. First step, we moved to Africa. We are successfully, now it has been approved to be as a demonstration sport in youth African Games. I'm going to have a visit to Africa where I've been invited for the African Beach Games next month. I will be joining the African ANOCA Executive Board. I'm going to introduce our sports and hopefully that we can have it as one of the sports in African Games. We know that the African Games have been postponed, but we have a chance to have it an official sport in the African Games.
The Continental Cross Championship and World Series Pro Tournament were recently held at Hangzhou, China. Can you give us more information about that?
Yes, it is. You know, in the past, this kind of events been introduced in very different level, which was not really giving the positive feedback and developing Kurash in the right way. Now we, in coordination with the Ministry of Sport and the Olympic Committee of Uzbekistan, as well as the Uzbek Kurash Federation, now we introduced the World Series. We started the first one in China, in Hangzhou, and we are moving now to the other 3 continents, to Africa, Pan American, as well as Europe, where we're going to have the European series. The World Series will be in between 9 to 13th July, will be in Italy, in Rome. As well as we're going to have the Pan American will be from 20 to 29th August in Dominican, and we're going to have the European that will be in Italy from 10 to 12. Africa will be in July. In July, Africa will be from 9 to 13 July in Cairo. The good thing, our team are working very closely with the organizing committee in those 3 continents. We made a guideline to make sure that the level of introducing this event in very high level where can meet the top organization in the world. We had the first one in China, was been held successfully. And now we have the qualified athletes where they're going to come to Uzbekistan in November, where we're going to have the final during the Presidential Cup. the President of Uzbekistan Cup, where we're going to have the top two athletes from each weight categories, which there are 7 weight categories, 4 men and 3 women. They will meet all of them in Uzbekistan and compete in the President Cup. We thank the Ministry of Sport providing the financial support for this event, which we have the prize money for the winner during the Continental Series, as well as the final, where it's going to be in Uzbekistan. I believe this step will introduce Kurash in a much higher level. We are not stopping there. We are moving and we are targeting the international media, sports media, to introduce Kurash and the Uzbek Kurash worldwide, where it's going to be, we hope, it's going to be accepted by all, because it's a beautiful sport, it's really competitive sport, and we believe it's going to come up there.
Thank you.
You're welcome.